All right, guys, this is going to be the homework help video for lesson 1.6. We're working on worksheet 1.6. Before I do a couple example problems, let's go over which ones we are going to be completing today. So we're going to be doing all of number one. Okay, all of number one. We're not going to be doing number two, so we can cross out number two here. Okay, we're not doing number two. If I flip it over, we are doing number three. Okay, so we are doing number three. We are doing number four. All right, so we are doing number four, but we are not going to do number five. Okay, I'm going to cross out number five. All right, so we're doing numbers 1, 3, and 4, and every part of numbers 1, 3, and 4 for homework. Okay, so let's take a look. I'll do one example from each of them. Okay, so number 1 just tells us simplify each expression. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's take a look at, why don't we take a look at h? It's 1 to the 0 power. So we didn't really go over this in the notes, but anytime that we have anything to the 0 power, the answer is going to be 1. Doesn't matter what the number is. It could be 150,000 to the 0 power. Our answer is always going to be 1. So 1h is simply 1. Okay. So for the rest of these, you don't need to show me your work because you're allowed to just put them in your calculator. So I would go ahead and just try and do that on Desmos, and I'll go over that kind of in a Zoom or in our Zoom if you guys are still confused about Desmos. Okay. So I'm going to flip this over now so we can do an example of number 3. It says write each expression as repeated multiplication first, then simplify the expression. Okay, so this is what we were doing kind of before on the notes, if you guys remember the examples down there. So I'll do 3D with you guys because it is a fraction. So I'm always going to highlight my exponent because that tells me how many times I'm going to be multiplying 1/3 by itself. It is only twice. So I'm going to write that out. It's going to be 1/3 times 1/3. Okay. Then I just multiply straight across. Let's see, this is my first 1/3, and that's my second 1/3, and that's because I have my exponent is 2. Okay. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 3 times 3 is 9. So my final answer for this problem would be 1/9. Okay. Do an example for number 4. Number 4 says choose your own base number and fill the table below. Okay. So why don't we, I'm going to choose 3. So this says 3 to the first power. So my power and exponent, okay, my base and exponent, 3 to the first power. This would just be 3 times 1, and my value would equal 3. Okay, so it just wants you to fill out this chart. So if I was to do 3 to the second power, it would be 3 to the second power. My multiplication would be 3 times 3, and that would equal 9. Okay. All right, so this is due at the end of today on the 19th. So please email it. Remember, email it to Miss Salazar. Her email is on Schoology. If you guys need extra help, there is tutorial every day, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. if you need extra help with math. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you.